So I don't like Mishra's Bauble. Um, and maybe that's wrong, but I don't care for Mishra's Bauble at all. So that's kind of to have my extra zero cost artifact is where I have engineered explosives. I prefer the Urza's Bauble. Seeing the card in their hand to me is more relevant than the card on the top. Because at least, like, I can't necessarily. I've seen it before, like, where you have Mishra's Bauble to play with, like, your fetch land and whether or not you want to, move stuff or not. But I haven't been impressed with Mishra's Bauble versus Urza's Bauble, so maybe that's just. And plus, you need the synergy of Urza and Urza. I mean, what good is it to have Mishra's Bauble in here? No. I mean, I that's something that I'm open to. I'm open to more ideas. Like, what value do you see in Mishra's Bauble versus Urza's Bauble, or because I pretty much like everything else. I mean, a lot of times, like I would try to get more value out of Psy than maybe was worthwhile. All right, match number 3, Yura Wick 3 on the draw. That's fair. So we're on the draw. On the draw, Chalice for 1 is less impressive. But it's definitely a Chalice for 1, but then maybe no follow-up. I potentially have blue if I land this and I have one more card. Like, I feel like this is not that far off, is what I'm saying. It's greedy, but I feel like this is not. We're on the draw. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. I mean, see, we had it the whole time. Do I play Emery first? No, I would have to put it out on. What are they pitching? So it's another lands style deck. Maze of Ith. Okay. Hey, buddy. Got that's good value. Karn, and another chalice. So we see they have Grove of the Burn Willows. I mean, they could just have Punishing Fire. I mean, that's pretty good too. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get to 5 mana. And then we die. They literally played one. No, they had Mox Diamond, Elvish Reclaimer, and then they'll 2020 us. One, 2, 3, 4. Replay one is 5. Yeah, I can only get 5 mana because of how I played this. Maybe that's what's wrong. I could have lost the Lotus Petal to still have that, and then it would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have gotten to it if I went the other way. So, yep. I could have gotten to it if I went the other way. If I would have Lotus Petaled the City of Traders for a Hullbreacher, and then this turn, I still have the Lotus Petal in play. I still have the City of Traders. That's 1, 2. Play this land, 3. Tap Mox Opal, 4. Play Mox Opal from my hand, 5. Emery back the other one, 6. And then I get to cast Echo Eons and have 7 treasures. Now, there's still a 2020 there, but maybe I could do something. Not that I know that I could, but it's possible. All right, so likely to see Surgical, likely to see Punishing Fire and stuff, so I think we still like the Brazen Borrower. Maybe a Ballista to pick off one of those guys early. I'm still willing to trim at least one Chalice. I think we'll keep some of the other ones. But then if they are going to mess with our graveyard and have Bojuka Bog effect, see, that's another thing. It's good against crop rotation. I don't think Engineered Explosives is good enough. Yeah. So if we took... If I kept this Chalice in, if I'd switched a Mox Opal and an Engineered Explosives for a Brazen Borrower and a Walking Ballista. What's that Reclaimer? So I like this. I mean, I can't think of a good reason to play out the Lotus Petals if they have Force of Vigor or whatever, nonsense like that. See? Incoming Force of Vigor. Knew it. So once again, I'll hold that Lotus Petal. So we can rebuy Chalice, I guess. To bring up the sideboard. Bajuga Bog. Just kidding. I'll play that one. Treasure, 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 treasure. I don't know, did I say that 7 times? Treasure. So they do have Force of Vigor. Is that enough reason to place Force of Will? I mean, maybe. I was thinking, they're going to present so much stuff. What is Force of Will going to really do for me? But, I mean, Force of Will seems great to mess something up for their side. So they'll be on the play. Like, for the most part, this is only doing as much as I let it do. How big is the Elvish Reclaimer? One, two. I'm just noticing that the card the cards I'm trimming are blue cards to fit more Force of Will, so that seems off. I trim a card. All right, let's try that. Come on. Let's draw good. Turn 2 Chalice is so less impressive, but we have 2 redraws off Urza's Baubles. So that's the thing that's weird with the Baubles is, in a way, I'm like, okay, so I'm giving myself a turn 1 Chalice with 2 mystery draws. That feels good. What would they even go get? No. Dark Depths is in hand. Don't show me the same Dark Depths twice. That's a good one. We know that there is a Dark Depths in hand. We know there is potentially a second Dark Depths in hand. I mean, do I spin or do I just attack? Yeah. Sitting on force just seems the smartest way because this puts them at 8. That's frustrating. So this only plays them if they are an instant, correct? I think I go for this here because the Force of Will, like I need the mana more than the Force of Will because right now the Force of Will doesn't do me anything. Nope. They had uncounterable kill you. And then it says destroy. You don't even have to say yes. We're dead. Whew. Woof. Yeah, even though we sat on a force of will, the fact it did not do me any good there was rough.